I can imagine a beat on this. Hey, welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix show, season 4, episode 22. We're going to be looking at Sway, the brand new play series from Native Instruments. I know we looked at Native Instruments just last week, but I was a little bit late on their new instrument, Vocal Colors. If you haven't checked that out already, head over and check out last week's episode of Vocal Colors. But yeah, we're looking at another Native Instruments instrument here again today because this literally just dropped. It was a little bit of a stealth drop. I mean, for me at least, I didn't even know this one was coming. So I'm really happy to be able to show you guys today. If you like lo-fi hip-hop, grimy hip-hop sounds, you're gonna absolutely freaking love this. There'll be a timeline down below if you want to just skip to that, because I'm going to go through some quick news roundup items here in the world of music technology. And of course, if you're new here, what is this podcast / show about? It is of course about music technology, software and hardware. We cover it here on the channel. We've got some really cool stuff in the pipeline. So if you aren't subscribed already, or you ain't, depending on where you're from and how you want to say that, subscribed already, you might want to do that right now, because I'm going to be checking out some brand new hardware very soon, and software, as we always do. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay, so you've come here, you like music technology, great. You've come to the right place. And yes, I'm going to ramble on a bit. It is a podcast, but if you do want to see Sway, stick around. All right, so that's all of that out of the way. Housekeeping. If you want to leave, actually, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can leave the super thanks down below. We'll do a shout out for you if you want. We can do a shout out for you. And I think that's pretty much the housekeeping. All right, let's get stuck into it. So Native Instruments Summer of Sound sale is on right now. I wouldn't mention this. There is a kickback for me if you click the link down below. It is an affiliate link, but I only promote things which I believe are either really good value or a really good product. Even if it's really super expensive, if it's a really good product, I will back it. I will be like, you got to get this. But this one, there is a kickback for me in the affiliate link. So if you want to shout your boy without doing a super thanks, and you want to get yourself something really good at an incredible price, because this is the best prices I've seen on Native Instruments, besides maybe a Black Friday deal, Cyber Monday deal sort of affair. This is incredible value right now. So they're having their Summer of Sound sale right now, which is basically, I had no idea before I was talking about this, that these products are actually 50% up to, I thought it was up to 50% off, but it's pretty much their whole product line is at 50% off, besides some of the newer instruments such as Sway, which we'll be looking at today. But for example, complete 14 bundles, that's crazy. They're 50% off right now, half price on instruments and effects, even half price on hardware and software deals, and 50% off Tractor Pro, their premium DJ software, which I love. I've been using for many, many years. So yeah, I love Native Instruments. Okay, maybe I'm biased, but they just do such a good job with the hardware and software, and they support the channel here as well. So if you want to support yourself though and support the channel, click the link down below. I'll have a affiliate link to Summer of Sound. Yes, full disclosure, it is an affiliate link. Now let's jump over to next piece of news here before we get to our main product, Sway, of course, is this one. And I'm going to do a video on this possibly next week. We'll see how we go, but this is a really cool little plugin, Tape Sculptor, here from Impact Soundworks. No kickback for me on this one here. Tape Sculptor is a next generation tape plugin that can go far beyond typical tape emulation to enhance your productions in all new directions, and created in partnership with brilliant engineer Jatin Chowdhury, probably butchering that name right up there. Whether you're looking to infuse subtle warmth and color during mastering, fatten up drums and bass parts, add lo-fi grit or extreme distortion, or explore entirely new sound design possibilities, Tape Sculptor delivers. Now, the reason why I want to show this plugin off, and I'm not always super excited about effects plugins, but Tape Sculptor is really freaking cool. So if you're like an early adopter like me and you want to check this out before I get to show the video, then head over to Impact Soundworks, look for Tape Sculptor and check it out right now. But let me just show you a quick demo here of a fatness and punch it can do to a drum machine. Dry, it'll go dry and then it'll go wet. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, the fatness. All right, let's try on Lo-Fi. So this is dry. Still dry, and then we're gonna go wet here. Wow, crazy, right? So as you can hear, just from those two demos alone, there's a bunch of demos here you can listen to on the website. But as you can hear, just from those two demos alone, it is one of those creative effects plugins which I just absolutely love and admire. And you should definitely check it out. I will do a video on this because I was really impressed with it as a tape emulation. I know there's tons of tape emulations out there, but this one's got some bells and whistles up its sleeve, and we'll definitely check it out here on the channel. That is Tape Sculptor, just dropped last week, I believe. All right, next thing is Logic is now, if you're an iPad owner, iOS user, iPad, well, you can only use iOS on iPad or iPhone, of course, but if you have an iPad and you have the latest, this is imperative information actually. If you have the latest software available on the iPad, and I don't know if you need a newer iPad to actually do that. I have no idea. I think I've got the latest one. It's got the M1 chip in it or whatever. But this is unbelievable because Logic Pro is now available on the iPad. Now I've had a look at a few of the reviews. They're a bit mixed, but I need to check this out for myself. Like some people are saying it's not quite fully featured like the desktop version or the version you'd use on your laptop or computer, Apple computer, of course, but you can now make beats, play instruments, record, edit, and mix all on iPad. I mean, you could do that before. There are plenty of DAWs on the iPad already. I mean, GarageBand was pretty fully fledged, and I guess this is an extension of GarageBand. If this is true that Logic Pro is at your fingertips, this is very exciting. So create and produce music in any genre, a complete pro music studio in your hands. And it's an all new creative interface made for touch. So if you are watching us there on YouTube, not listening to us on Spotify, you can of course see the man is touching the MIDI notes and moving them around. Or is that, I don't know if that's velocity there that he's playing with. Anyway, he's playing with something, but he's touching it. That's the main thing. Multi-touch transforms your iPad into an expressive professional instrument that you can play, create music with dynamic software instruments and control hundreds of plugins intuitively. I mean, we like that. That sounds really cool, right? And we keep scrolling down here. Of course, you got all the sound packs, the artist presets are on board as well. I mean, to be honest, it looks a lot like GarageBand on iPad did, except of course you've got just all the extra functionality that you can access that you couldn't before. And yeah, there's the sound library I was just talking about there. So that's all available, which is great. Play on with pro plugins, shape the sonic character and tone of your music with hundreds of powerful instruments and effects. And you can see the man is actually playing with the EQ frequency curve there with his finger. Man or woman, I'm not sure. Can only see that. These are all hand models, by the way. Wouldn't it be cool to be a hand model? Anyway, I digress. This is just freaking phenomenal news that you can actually use Logic Pro on the iPad now. This looks cool here, actually. They've got the little, the beat machine or drum machine that's built into Logic Pro, and you can tap that rhythm, tap your beat in, and mixing. This is the other cool thing. I mean, you did have Logic Remote. I don't know if you've ever used Logic Remote or you're familiar with it, but Logic Remote was really cool. It was on the iPad back in the day, and it essentially turned your iPad into a mixer for Logic Pro. And I used to use it, and actually it was very good, very responsive. You did need Wi-Fi, you did need a good internet, solid internet connection, but the connection between the Mac and the iPad running Logic Remote on the iPad was actually pretty damn good. Anyway, there you go, guys. It is Logic Pro on the iPad. What more can I say? Obviously, sorry to the Android users and listeners out there. This is not for you, but if you have an iPad and you want to make music on the go, this is kind of a no-brainer. All right, next piece of news is just an exciting sale that's happening over at Universal Audio. We love Universal Audio, probably in the top 3 emulators on the planet for absolute sure. And they have some of the biggest brands that they collaborate with and make some of the best sounding. I mean, this is all, in my humble opinion, of course, plug-in emulations on the planet. But even though it is in my humble opinion, it is definitely a fact that they are definitely would be in the top 3 in terms of emulation. Universal Audio making some of the best software on the planet and hardware. But right now they have, and their plugins are not cheap. So if you've ever eyed off or you wanted to get into that environment or get some more of their plugins, now is definitely the time to do it, because they've got the 2 for 2 deals, the 3 for 3 deals. So essentially even up to 10 for 10 deals. So you buy 10 plugins and you get 10 for free. Like, this is bonkers, absolute bonkers. But yeah, it's again comes at a hefty price. But if this is, if you've been wanting to get some, now is the time to do it. I'm not here, there's no kickback for me. I'm not here to try and make you do something that you don't want to do in terms of buying something. But I'm here to just show you the goods. Just think of me as your merchant, showing you the goods of the best music technology, software and hardware that is out there. Yes, of course, this is a pretty good freaking deal. They do them from time to time, maybe 2 to 3 of these a year, but gotta say, this one, yeah, it's time. It's time. If you need Universal Audio, this is the time to do it right now. All right, quickly, before we get to our main product, God damn, I've been rambling on a bit today, but I got a lot to tell you guys. All right, so Hazy Days dropped. It's one of the expansions by Native Instruments. It sort of aligns with Sway, which we're going to be showing you today. I thought I'd just quickly show you this because if you're a machine user or a battery user or a beat creator, then you'll probably be interested in Hazy Days. Now, we're not going to show the actual full-fledged Hazy Days here on the show today, but I just wanted to play a little bit of it back here, and you can see how it correlates with Sway, which we're going to show you in a moment, part of the Play series here by Native Instruments. So let's have a listen to Hazy Days. What is it before we listen to it? Sorry, it is Soulful hip-hop expansion. So you can dive into the world of balmy genre blending hip-hop, layer real drum sounds, classic keys, modular synths, and soulful vocals, heavily treated for warm, grainy mood. So here's the goodies. You get 50 machine kits, 55 battery kits, 7 massive presets, 434 loops, whoa, and 226 one-shots. All right, let's have a listen. Oh yeah, so you can see this works. You're going to see in a second, because I'm going to show you the main feature, Sway, part of the Play series, but I can see why they dropped this expansion and Sway together, because they're a match made in heaven. Native Instruments does this. They'll drop an expansion that correlates with the Play series that they release. So anyway, let's quickly jump over to Sway. This is the main feature. Yes, here we are, main feature today. It is Sway by Native Instruments. It is soulful hip-hop instruments. All right, and we're going to play it back. We're going to do a live demo here for you today. So what is it exactly? You can essentially, what can you do with it? You can channel breezy, mellow hip-hop vibes, jump into 150 adaptable presets, including iconic electric piano synths, guitars, and pads. All sounds sampled and processed using original hardware and effects for a rounded, old-school feel. And part of the Play series, great sounding presets and real-time control in an intuitive interface. All right, full disclosure, we'll have the affiliate link down below. If you love what you hear today, if you like making lo-fi, gritty, chilled, it doesn't even have to be lo-fi hip-hop, but if you like making sort of chilled, it could be even chilled house music or just laid back cafe style music. I say cafe, you know what I mean, but something just relaxing, background. I think Sway is going to have you covered, so link down below if you want to support the channel and you like this instrument today. Do yourself a favor. Anyway, let's check it out. Let's check out this audio demo, shall we? Here is Sway, and then we'll have a live demo. Yeah. How good is that? Really good demo there. So that is a Sway demo there. That is just an example of what you can make with the samples in Sway. So original samples and analog effects. Get soulful, gritty hip-hop flavor in an intuitive play series instrument. Sway is built on samples from the genre's distinctive pianos, guitars, synths, and bells, all heavily treated with original analog gear for a grainy, filtered vibe. Spark an idea with dozens of laid-back melodic presets and mix things up with hands-on macro controls, a customizable effects chain, and editable sequences. Sway was created in collaboration with Emerick Zubar, aka Blake. Not familiar with his work, but sounds amazing. If that was his demo there, unbelievable. And it is a play series, so at a glance, getting 150 presets, 43 wavetables, and 119 total number of sounds with 76 multi-samples, and plus your 43 wavetables. Not too big, it's just under a gigabyte in size. But let's jump over to our live demo. Here we are, and I've got Sway up for you. Lovely little GUR we got going on here. There's a little tree with some records on it. I wonder if I play with, sometimes Native Instruments makes it, if you play with the expression wheel, the GUI does something. Okay, not on this one, but that's fine. I know it did on Vocal Colors. Anyway, here is our default preset. I'm just going to play back some of the presets here for you today. It is a play series, so it's super straightforward, but have a listen to this. Play it with some chords. Have a listen. You just gotta imagine a beat over the top of this. You get my drift. So obviously this particular preset is designed for playing chords with, but you could play some just single notes. All right, let's move along to our next preset. All right, this is a nice sort of piano-y keys vibe. Really nicely sampled sounds, actually. I can hear what they mean by that. They've used the original audio gear to actually capture that warm sort of sound. Let me just try. I want to try it with an arpeggio. Let's have a listen. Yeah, I think with the arpeggiator, it sounds, on that particular preset, sounds pretty good. I'm not going to navigate around this at the moment. I just want to show you some of the sounds, just so you get an idea. This is movie piano. Yeah, you can really see the sounds are geared towards like a lo-fi hip-hop vibe. We'll try a different style. Yeah, really cool sounds. Really nice. Just really nicely sampled. So we got animal, what is it? A normal clavicin. Interesting. We do have expression, which sort of handles the filter on it. All right, so also, I'm not going to be able to obviously show you all of the presets, so we'll sort of just scan through them. But if you click on the presets, you're greeted with a list of categories such as bass, effects, guitar, keys, leads. We'll go through a few of these now. And let's check out guitars or acoustic guitar. Oh, that's amazing. Really, really good sounding guitar, acoustic guitar, broken guitar. It's got a bit of delay on it. Now we can play with some of the macro controls here. Let's see what happens. Turn our movement up, chorus up a bit. Warp, you can really warp it. Oh. Now obviously each preset will have different sort of macros controlling different parts of that sound. Increase the delay. And you've also got this little dice, as all the play series do. Click on that. It's going to give me a completely different preset. It's not the broken guitar preset we're listening to, but it looks like it keeps the same macro controls. Interesting. That's a really messed up sound. Let's try a different sample, but it's keeping the same macros. That's interesting. I like that we started in the category of guitar and we've just gone somewhere completely different. All right, let's listen to another guitar. One more preset on the guitars. Cheap guitar. Anyway, sorry, I'm going a little bit off tangent there, but the guitar samples sound really good. Something I wasn't really expecting. I'll be real with you guys. I'm not as familiar. I'm not a lo-fi hip-hop grit, whatever you call it, that sort of gritty, mellow lo-fi hip-hop producer. I don't do that sort of music. So I'm just going to be absolutely keeping it completely real with you guys here. You're probably going to be in the comment section like, we already knew that. I'm just here to show you. I'm just here to show you this instrument. This instrument actually has a lot more to offer than what I originally anticipated. I do want to check out bass, bad look bass here, because I'm assuming this genre needs good bass to sort of carry it through. So let's have a look here. Bad look bass. All right, we got a rhythm. Nice. Wasn't expecting a rhythm, but that's cool. Had a sequence, I guess. Let's bring it down a bit. Whoa. That's a really nice bass. Digital bass. Whoa, bit low. Hang on, we'll come up. All right, the thing I have to say about Native Instruments that I really love, especially with their play series, is they don't cut corners. Like, the sounds are really high quality. So one, the sounds are really high quality, but the other thing I don't know how they do it is they actually manage to not, I'm just going to move my door, and that's going to screw things up. I'm just trying to check out the CPU. Yeah, somehow they keep the CPU not too hectic. The instrument doesn't bloat. I don't know, it just seems to like be very light, and it's very sample heavy, because this is essentially, we're using Contact 7, right? So it is a sample rompler. I don't know if you have to use Contact 7, by the way. I'm just using it. You may be able to use the previous version. Don't quote me on that. But I just love that it just works so seamlessly and so easily. And that's why I like, actually, is another reason why I like reviewing the play series, is because for me to show you guys, it's just so freaking simple. Like, just with the macro controls, yes, you can get on the back end. I'm not going to really bother showing you guys that today. I've covered so many of these play series before. You should hopefully be familiar with it now. I mean, you can get on the back end. You press this sound here to get on the back end, where you can change, transpose, or detune, tune, change the waveform, envelope, so forth. You got your effects here you can add as well. And you got the sequencer and the macro controls there. But I feel already like if we get rid of that, just go back to the interface, the GUI of this play series, I feel like Native Instruments already done a very good job on choosing the macros for each particular sound. I feel confident that I could trust that they've gotten the best out of this sound with the macro controls. I don't know where I'm going with it. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying, but so we've got this digital bass sound here. See if I can back up what I just said, right? Now play a bit with these macro controls, mess around with the resonance. See? Suits the preset, right? I mean, the only other thing I could think of for this show that we could make to make it more interesting is I actually made a lo-fi hip-hop beat, but I ain't gonna bore you with that. I just want to, honestly, this instrument is a lot better. I'm going to be real. It's a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Like, I wasn't entirely sure what sort of sounds we're going to get, but just based on the quality of this sounds alone, I'm impressed. So I've just played with the macro controls there, and I've gotten that. All right, we got the idea. The bass is pretty freaking good. There's a bunch of presets there. Bass synth. Pretty good sounding, right? All right, let's go along to a different category. Leads. Sexy. Can't believe I'm using that as an adjective to describe the sound, but yeah, it is. It really is. It's a cool sound. It's got like a wah. Nice. Nice. Dream pipe. try a chord on that. Nah, no chord on that. It's a single monophonic sounding instrument. Just awesome. The sound quality they've captured is really cool. Okay, one more lead. Really cool. Growling talk. All right, let's jump over to, oh, it's got orchestra. Let's check it out. Double brass. Well, you should never underestimate Native Instruments' ability to really capture some incredible sounds. We're going a little bit longer than I anticipated to on this show, so hopefully this is not too boring. Some crazy good sounds here. Maybe this one with a chord. Awesome sounds. This is sort of the main thing I'm getting. All right, let's finish up here. We'll listen to a couple of sequenced sounds. Here we go. Really nice. Bit of nice decay there as well. Another sequence sound, bubble up. Bubble up's nice. One more. Here we go. Oh, I like this. I guess lo-fi hip-hop is a lot slower. I'm totally guessing here. Let's have a listen. Would it be 89, like original sort of hip-hop? Let's have a listen. Yeah. I can imagine a beat on this. Did not expect a beatbox on this show at all. All right, I'm going to end it there. This is a phenomenal sounding instrument. Just the quality of the sounds, okay? And it's got that beautiful, easy to use interface. By Native Instruments, their play series, their whole play series lineup is just beautiful because it's so easy to use. Even if you're an absolute noob to music production, the play series has you covered. All right, link down below if you want to get it. You want to support this show and support the channel, thank you very much. Click the link down below, get Sway. I am blown away by Sway. Excuse the pun, excuse the I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Rhyming it up there for you guys. I've been totally silly. No, this instrument's really good. Really, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be. Very good. And it was, for me, again, it was a stealth drop. Like my usual point of contact, didn't even know this was dropping. It came, it's here. We saw, we conquered. Sway's good. If I was to score it, okay, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Just for the fact that lots of little pleasant surprises in here. Lots of excellent sounding samples and little surprises that I feel you could almost break away from the genre that it wants you to play in. But if you do want to play in that genre, it has you fully covered. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to have to leave it there. This show went way longer than I expected. I don't even know how long it's gone right now, but it's been fun hanging with you guys and checking out Sway by Native Instruments. Thank you again, guys. We will be back next week. There is so much going on right now in the background here that I need to show you guys, some new hardware and software alike. And yeah, let me know what you thought of the show today. Are you going to dig into that Summer of Sound sale going on right now? 50% off on instruments. I mean, Native Instruments, this is nuts. Or you're probably just going to get Sway because you love that little demo I did for you. Are you going to check out Tape Sculptor? I will check it out if you don't. So I will show you anyway, regardless of your thoughts on that. Is Logic Pro on the iPad something of interest to you? You guys are my viewers and listeners, even Logic Pro Apple iPad users. And Universal Audio, I mean, this sale, pretty freaking good. Are you going to go out and get something? Are you going to get the expansion? Now that you've heard Sway, the Play Series, are you just going to go, okay, I'm getting Hazy Days? Or are you just like, damn it, I got your boy covered. I'm getting that. I'm hitting that affiliate link down below. We're getting Sway today. All right, guys, with all of that said and done, thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back next week. Peace out, guys. Boom. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here, you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews, and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.